Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's. And we finished our book, Nocturnal, by Wilder. And the passage I'm going to read today goes like this. I was married once. We had a simple kind of love, one that felt like we didn't need to try. It was just there, easy to assemble, no directions needed. But I should have listened when they told me that hearts built like this are the ones that break the fastest. A little too much use and the screws come undone, and the pieces become too hard to find. It didn't end well. I still believe more of my parts went missing than his. But what heart isn't lost when it's waiting for the end of loving someone? I still have scarred knees from crawling through my devastation, but somewhere along the way I found a man who understood my wreckage. He did not try to put me back together. He did not try to fix me. Instead, he never stopped looking for me, and now I feel the difference. Sometimes love is meant to come undone. Sometimes it's knowing you found someone who will never stop finding you. And, all of us are going to relate this in different ways to our own lives and our own experiences, right? But for me, that one kind of seems more true because when I look at what most people define love as, it's this relationship where they're using all these definitions to try and keep something, right? Everybody's trying to possess something, and it's like as soon as you think that you've possessed that, you can move on with it and you can basically go on to the next possession. Like everybody is addicted to, or just in complete zombie mode. And I like how the author put that this next relationship that she had was somebody who just never stopped trying to find her. Because in that sense, it was something that could grow, it could change, it could have a little bit of maybe power to it. And this idea that everything is vulnerable, everything can change just like that in your life. And people have the power and the right to basically change their lives. And I think that I can kind of relate to that because when I'm looking for love, I try to identify this experience that I have with the totality of my emotions as I interact with things throughout my entire day. Am I in a good place where I can see a part of me that I want to see? And can I allow myself that same sort of nature that she has been allowed, right? That ability for me to continually try to search and try to find and not necessarily hold on to things that might be harmful to myself. It's like going back to those previous videos that I've done where I was saying it almost is indistinguishable of him just sort of having this conversation with himself. The better he is able to sort of tell you what he thinks, right? And I kind of think that that's something that should be true regardless of how love is displayed or expressed in your life. It shouldn't just be this cut and dry kind of thing. It should be a living motion or action. Something that when you try to express what love is, maybe it's as hard as trying to tell somebody that you love them, because you really are searching for what it means always. And maybe you can show that with how genuine you are when you try to approach the idea of love itself. After all, I've kind of gone over previously that my thoughts pertaining to love is that it's sort of like this being able to accept, right? It's this acceptance of things. So maybe if we accept that we almost don't even understand love, then maybe it can be something that we love because we're giving it more life. We're saying that there's more to it. It's like somebody in our lives who doesn't do everything that we say, you know, or even this world that we can't change. And in that way, it makes it intelligent. And I don't know of anybody who would want to be in love with something that they deemed as unintelligent. If love is something that is so connected to our soul that it's almost something that we have to accept if we're going to live, because there's no way that we can live without being, you know, granted sort of grace, which I think is like being forgiven. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. And so if we can't accept that, then it's gonna be a very difficult journey for ourselves. So that's kind of my closing statement here to Eclipse by Wilder. And tomorrow I'm going to be getting my other book, so kind of space that out perfectly, it seems like. So anyways, see you guys in the next one.